Hello, hello, hello. I'm Nikole, and welcome back to the channel. This year in music has been kind of crazy, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get into all of the moments, all of the singles, all of the albums like we should have. So I figured we could take some time and get into the things we missed. So let's get ready to run it back on 2022. Now, personally, music for me was all over the place. I feel like over, I feel like since the last 2, 3 years of music were so great, this year kind of just came in underwhelming. One of the most disappointing singles of the year, I hate to say it, but it was Ciara's Jump. Now, I had my phase where I was like, it was like a 3 album run. She had a 3 album run of great albums and great music. And I was like, oh, she about to come back. Russell then bought her masters. She set up her label. She set the game up. So I'm like, bet. We coming off a level up. I thought we was getting our crunk princess back. But it just went left. Like the feature. I don't know who this man was. It's not like somebody uncle that be at the cookout just rambling on this song. I don't know, y'all. It was very disappointing. Very disappointing. I expected a lot more from the video. All of that, like the effects, the green screen. Russell Rich. We got budget. It was a lot happening. So I want. Ironically, I do feel like there is a place for Ciara in music. I just can't tell you what place that is. And it could be that Ciara's time has passed for music. I don't want to say that because I never want to write anybody off. I feel like, especially with the way music is now, the way music is consumed, I feel like anybody can, find their lane and sustain. Like, especially like, always felt like Ciara's main issue was she could not find a solid record label home and she had to deal with too many politics. But now that that's out the way, her having her own setup, I was expecting a little like, we coming in off of Level Up. We got this little crunk princess thing that we can rev back up that people love from you. And of course the dance community eats her up. So I was like, bet. When I saw the cover of the song and then I heard a little snippet, I was like, ooh, they gonna eat this up just like they did Level Up. But the final execution of that song just missed the mark. So yeah, that was sad. And when it comes to albums, Shenseea just did not give what it was supposed to give. Like, it. Now, we did a phase 1 on Shenseea earlier this year because I was super excited just to introduce someone from the dancehall community, someone that's infiltrating hip hop in a different way, especially for female rap, trying to diversify the type of women that are in the mainstream for hip hop. That's what I thought was going to happen. Her team went overly sexual pop with a little dance hall rhythm. Like, I don't know what the execution plan was. I don't know what they were thinking, but it just did not give. And as far as the album, like, the production fell flat. The bars weren't hitting, and like all of the lyrics were not. I don't want to say it was a complete 180 from her previous work. It just wasn't what I thought a debut project for someone with her talent and someone with her reach should deliver. Like, even when it came down to single selection, like Lick and Hitta, like, I don't understand what the selection, like, I was not in love with the album, but there were better songs on there. Like, the Offset feature would have been great. I understand putting Lick out because that is the Megan Thee Stallion sample. Obviously, another hot female rapper. That was to be expected. But if anybody was given for sexuality this year, it had to be Shenseea, because that lick video was like the cheap dance hall version of WAP. Styling, effects, lighting. Like, what are we doing? We have budgets. Where did it go? It went to Megan. They gave Megan the bag and said, we have to do a video. That's what happened. Very disappointing for a debut album. I wanted so much more for her. And now she dating London on the track. Allegedly. Let me pull a Wendy Williams. Allegedly. And we know how that story goes. So let's not put that on Shenseea. And I hope she comes back harder, because I feel like we talked about in her phase 1 episode, like her flow, like just her style overall brought something fresh and new. And like for her to be a new artist, and her delivery and her cadence when she raps was like beautiful, but we didn't get much of that. Yeah. The delivery of this album was absolutely reflective in her sales, but maybe it was a Shenseea, because the state of hip hop is absolutely in question. Billboard recently released an article detailing the decline in the growth of hip hop. Now, in 2018, hip hop was actually named the largest and most lucrative genre, finally beating out rock. Now, me personally, I think people are just craving something new. And I think we have it. And honestly, we have it more so from the women in hip hop than men, but that's a conversation for another day. I just feel like we need something new, and all of our hip hop legends and our younger goats, like the Kendricks, the Coles, the Drakes, are in pivotal transition periods both in their lives and their careers. Like a lot of our newcomers, like I still count DaBaby, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. I still count all of them as newcomers that haven't been able to really cement themselves and have those big moments. And a lot of the people that would bridge the gap in time, like Mac Miller, Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, all of these people unfortunately had untimely passings, and we haven't had those people to kind of hold up the charge of hip hop and create a transition phase for us. So I honestly don't think hip hop's dead. I don't think hip hop's over. It's definitely not going anywhere. It influences too much of the culture and influences other genres like Latin and country. We see that with Lil Nas X and Bad Bunny. So it's not going anywhere, but I think we just kind of have to get through this phase and allow our newer artists to cement themselves and give them grace. Like, the people I just named been having hella trouble since they came out. Like, Megan's still in this battle with 1501. We'll get into that. DaBaby. And Glorilla is brand new, like green as hell to the industry. So we got to give that baby some time to figure out her flow, her artistry. She literally just released her EP. We don't know what she's gonna do. So yeah. And I also think they've been holding up albums. Like, where is Cardi's sophomore album? We got singles and features. Where is her sophomore album? And honestly, another thing I think that's creating the issue is TikTok. Love TikTok. It's great for a lot of new artists, creative things. You learn a lot of things on TikTok. But they say TikTok is the music app, but TikTok to me does not really translate into streams for real. Like, everybody hears this 30-second clip. That's the part of the song you like. That's the part of the song you know. Now, if you are a music person like me, you're going to go and figure out who it is. Everybody else is just going to listen to these 30 seconds. It's not going to translate all the way over to streams unless you have some big push, some big moment attached to it. And honestly, some of these TikTok songs I get tired of. Like, that 30 seconds, I don't want to listen to the song because I hear that 30 seconds all throughout my timeline. Like, I'm not about to sit and stream this song and listen to the song unless the whole song is really that good. And let's be honest. I only know the four lines of Ice Spice. That nigga's a munch. Bikini Bottom was actually kind of good. But yeah, We don't know. We shall see. Girl came out, what, 4 months ago? So, and even beyond hip hop, I just feel like the industry, I feel like we're kind of back in the digital age when all of the new technology started popping up. The industry as a whole is trying to make money and trying to figure out what's next and how to pivot. So, yeah, a bit of a transitional phase, but hip hop ain't going nowhere. It can't. All right, y'all, we are just scratching the surface on 2022, and y'all already know what to do here on YouTube. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. And definitely sound off in those comments. I want to know what y'all thought about this year. Do y'all think hip hop is on a major decline? Is there other genres that y'all are dabbling into? Did y'all like Shenseea's album? And let's actually have this conversation. Can Ciara actually make a comeback? Can Ciara make a comeback? I want to know what y'all think. But tap in with me tomorrow and we'll be getting into more singles, albums, and moments from 2022. Bye. Oh, she just ain't no closer to like an actual artist to me. Story of the album was great. I just hate that I feel like I didn't get anything new from a new project. I feel like labels depend too much on the algorithm and they don't develop the talent. So it's the label's fault that they ain't making no money, if you ask me.